What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And guys, on today's video I will show you quite interesting news. First of all, I will show you the potential price of MMTLP shares back in the days that reached at least $6 mark, and I have to say that it is another evidence that a lot of actions happened behind the scenes back in the days, and we have to investigate all of them in order to have the resolution. On top of that, I will show you an update and I will show you a new path to the resolution that just became even more viable because of the recent assassination attempt. And I have to say that our community members are extremely active in this case. On top of that, I will show you some promises that were made about 3 months ago in regards to the MMTLP and next bullish hydrocarbon shares. And at the end of this video, I will show you the return of Dawn fees, and on top of that, I will show you the data that will be used in the upcoming RICO lawsuit. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section for whatever reasons you want. So, let's start with this tweet that was reposted by John Bird and that was originally published by Anna Threads. Let me quote it for you in details. Check out this screenshot from E-Trade on December the 9th of 2022. The candle is straight up. How did FINRA protect retail investors with an unprecedented U3 halt? Let me show you this tweet on Anna Threads' Twitter account. FINRA, an SRO with full immunity, protected its own. The UPC committee responsible for the U3 halt had an interest in MMTLP and stood to experience infinite loss. And guys, she added this screenshot that was made from the E-Trade application, and here you can see the spike in price of MMTLP shares back in December of 2022, to be precise on December the 9th. And I have to say that this spike, which reached $6 mark, was the activity on E-Trade alone, and we didn't have any other evidence of this spike on other broker-dealers. This means it was something wrong with the shares and the trading volume on MMTLP back in December of 2022, at least on one broker-dealer. And guys, I have to say that this evidence is quite weird, and I will explain you in a minute why I think so. RareDD, in response to this tweet that was published by Anna Trade, published his own due diligence. But first of all, let me quote you this, the answer from Whiskier. Whiskier wrote, "Let's talk about what kind of MMTLP trading happened in early morning hours on December the 8th and December the 9th, 2022, before OTC markets opened. Who is able to trade in OTC securities outside of regular market hours? Who had advance notice of U3 halt?" And guys, this is a very interesting question, because we know that if we had only one broker-dealer with this extremely high spike in its price, we have to know who was the buyers and who was the sellers during this extremely high volatile price action. On top of that, let me quote you the RareDD tweet, and he wrote, "December the 8th, MMTLP pre-market, just over 7,000 volume caused a 15% drop. Based on FINRA Rule 11893, these were erroneous transactions. There shouldn't be OTC trading activity during pre-market. That should have been investigated and reversed. Will this be addressed in the SEC's investigation of MMTLP?" And guys, he also added these screenshots with the exact time of this price. As you can see, 595. MMTLP reached on December the 8th at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And guys, here you can see that the volume of these transactions wasn't so high. And guys, I have to admit that if we had this extremely high spike in price of MMTLP shares, while the world FINRA didn't implement the halt, not the U3 halt, but the halt because of the volatility, extremely high volatility of the asset. And we know that it is another rule that was breached by FINRA. And we know that potentially FINRA knew about this price action in real time. And that is why right after this spike happened, they decided to protect the market makers' money, and they implemented this U3 halt without even an explanation why did they do this. And I have to admit that they haven't explained it till this very moment. And I have to say that it is another evidence of their illegal activity. On top of that, guys, take a look right here. Just yesterday, I told you about the DJT case that should be a catalyst for our case as well. And Meta News wrote this. Just in Donald Trump's media company, DJT is currently up 75% in pre-market trading. And this tweet was published just 1 hour ago. And I told you yesterday that we might have an extremely high volume and extremely high prices, spike in price of DJT on the regular hours of today's trading session. And this happens definitely because of the extremely high interest for the Donald Trump's case. And we know that just yesterday it was an unsuccessful, fortunately it was an unsuccessful assassination attempt on Donald Trump. And he survived, and he showed his strength and his power. And I have to say that his chances to be next president of the United States of America became extremely high right now. And that is why our case might benefit as well from the DJT case, because our cases have a very close relationships through this letter that was written by Devin Nunes, the CEO of TMTG, on April 23rd, where he mentioned about the letter of 74 Congress members that is directly related to our case, and that was signed, that was written and signed by Representative Ralph Norman and Pete Sessions. But guys, at the same time, we don't have any responses from Ralph Norman himself in regards to his position, and in Pete Sessions also didn't publish any tweets in regards to his position on our case. And we know that just recently, I have to admit that we received some information that is not so favorable, and that showed us that potentially Representative Ralph Norman doesn't know our case for 100%, and he was satisfied with the miserable and pathetic press release that was published by SEC, in which SEC charged MMAT and former CEOs of Metamaterials, John Bird and George Palikoras, because of the so-called pump and dump actions back in 2021 and 2022. And guys, definitely it is not the best news, but these people have to identify their position more clear in our case. That is why we still have to wait for their responses. On top of that, let me show you somewhere here again on Meta News. We have this tweet that was published by Snyder for Florida, and this is another candidate who is trying to be a Congress member in the upcoming election season. And let me quote you what did he write. I'm calling on the other candidates in Florida 14 to help raise awareness and demand Congress to help the victims of MMTLP fiasco. JP for Congress 24, Rocky for Congress, use your platform and demand justice for our constituents and veterans affected by these actions. And definitely this type of tweets is extremely important for us. And let me show you that, for example, Iron Ape wrote this in response to a tweet that was written by Snyder for Florida. He wrote, "Walt Snyder for Florida, a man of integrity." And guys, this is the pure example of how we can help each other. On the one hand, we have extremely powerful community which has more than 65,000 constituents, and with the friends and family this number might be even hundreds of thousands of constituents. And definitely if someone will help us to win our case, and this case has all the chances to be successful for us. And in this case, in response to these actions, we will definitely help these people to be a real congressman for the upcoming season. And that is how everybody can win out of these actions. On top of that, let me show you another tweet that was published by Junk Savvy, again in response to the tweet that was written by Snyder for Florida. And Junk Savvy wrote, "Thank you, Snyder, for calling attention to what Congress calls the MMTLP fiasco. At its core, the MMTLP fiasco is very simple. Either investors were defrauded with counterfeit shares or not. Market makers made them, broker-dealers sold and lent them, and the regulators are protecting them. TradeStation has already admitted they don't have enough certificates to deliver their liabilities. HTS Financial Securities admitted they have a problem. SEC, FINRA, the DTCC and Option Clearing all refuse transparency. If nothing is wrong, what is the share count? GME got a congressional hearing, Taylor Swift too. 65,000 plus investors in MMTLP have waited with assets frozen for 19 months. What are they hiding?" And definitely, if everything is okay in our case, why in the world they hide this information? But guys, let's take a look on another tweet that was published by Junk Savvy on July the 12th. And the most important part is right here, the answer of Junk Savvy that she wrote just 12 hours ago. And this tweet was made in regards to the call to action to help US veterans. And let me show you that Rolly Solomon wrote this. "Junk Savvy, it's just an idea and I don't know if you agree with me, since we've been looking to expose those crooks big time. What if we ask help from Nunes or Chad to bring these MMTLP issues on Trump's campaign? Expose the feckless regulators who robbed the veterans and 65,000 families." And Junk Savvy responded, "Working on it." And guys, this is a pure evidence that these clever minds are working hard in order to resolve our case. And with this opportunity, the most recent opportunity, I mean the case of DJT and TMTG that is directly related to Donald Trump, and with the extremely high interest to Donald Trump's case right now, and you can see this by Google Trends. As you can see, if you compare Biden search term with Trump search term, you can see that Trump has 100% interest compared to 6% interest to Biden. And this is how our case might move forward, and this is how we can benefit out of this entire saga. On top of that, guys, take a look right here. Scott Roth, the person who is about to file a new RICO lawsuit, which will challenge the fact of existence, the very fact of FINRA's existence. He has even more information in regards to the potential short position of major market makers and broker-dealers. And guys, on June 17th, Prostrate Art wrote this information, and I also covered this information back in the days on one of my videos. And this shows that the DTCC provided more than 104 million shares out of 165.5 million shares to 7 brokers and 1 market maker, and 1 direct registrar. And DTCC undisclosed 96 brokers. And we have this information that was collected by Tavern, and I have to say that this is quite interesting information that might be used in the upcoming RICO lawsuit. And Scott Roth asked this question. All these data fields were from DTCC records, and this data was definitely from the DTCC itself. And Pro-Street Art responded to this tweet. This means Scott Roth potentially will use this information again in his RICO case, and this information might help him to make his case even stronger. On top of that, guys, let me show you that Don Fis is back. He deleted and basically I don't think that he deleted it permanently, but I think he just hid his Twitter accounts. But for now, he is back, and as you can see, he published several pictures from the fishing holidays, and definitely it is another good sign that Don Fis is safe and sound, and potentially he is ready to fight for MMTLP community as well. But take a look right here. I want to pay attention on the tweet that was published by Sam IM. And Sam IM wrote, 90 days ago, due diligence said he was 90% sure we would be trading MMTLP tomorrow. We still don't even have basic NBH financial filings. And here is the tweet that was published by Sam IM, and let me quote it for you. He quoted Due Diligence, and Due Diligence said, I'm 99.9% sure this is going to trade. That's how this is going to be resolved. I want to say within the next 90 days. And guys, as you can see, this picture of the calendar date that is set on July 15th was made by Sam IM, and Due Diligence wrote his tweet on April 19th, and today basically is the deadline. And unfortunately, we have a lot of this type of promises from a lot of community members. One of them was Mark Basil, who stated back in November of last year that the resolution will be made within next 90 days, and we still don't have this resolution. And this is the second promise that is basically another smoke and mirrors. That is why, guys, we have to be extremely cautious with this type of so-called predictions. We have to work hard, we have to focus on our main goal, but we shouldn't rely on the majority of statements that is made by the people who don't have a lot of weight in our case. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap, only God wants you.